Every story, once begun, is fated to have its final chapter. Journeys once undertaken reach their conclusion, becoming a memory stored away by those who still remember. Even the mightiest empires eventually too become but a memory, turned to a thing of legend, leaving behind only their legacies. The world of VTubing too has its legendary figures, great names that once had their story and made their impact, some of which are still around, and others that are yet to be. Perhaps to VTuber fans of today, many names of the past may be little more than a footnote. VTubers who may have been celebrated once, but whose story was neither witnessed nor told to the many in our current time. But to those who were there back then and witnessed those stories, they were truly great. When their stories came to an end, it was as if something had shaken the foundation of the VTuber world. Take for example, Kaguya Luna and Mirai Akari. What do those names mean to you? If you're a modern VTuber fan, maybe these names don't mean much, while the more informed may know them as two of the four heavenly kings of the OG era of VTubing back in 2017 and 2018. But to the OG VTuber fans who were there, back when there was no EN VTubing, back when Tokino Sora was the sole member of Hololive, back when Nishisanji began its VTuber empire ascension, back when KizunaAI was the face of an entire era, way before I was even a VTuber fan. To those fans witnessing the stories of those legends of old, the end of their stories must have felt monumental. Yet time moved on. The industry changed. The faces at the forefront of the VTuber industry changed. Hololive and Nishisanji both rose to dominate the industry, and EN VTubing was born. Perhaps to an OG VTuber fan, the golden age of VTubing was now a thing of the past. The legends of old were not but a memory, with each year not known by an ever-increasing audience of VTuber fans. Even still, these OG fans held their memories and experiences of witnessing those legends of old dear to their hearts. To them, Kaguya Luna and Mirai Akari were special, whose legacy contributed to the trails leading to the VTubing of today. Honestly, we are lucky KizunaAI has returned, so we may bear witness to our legend still. Many years from now, future VTuber fans won't be able to experience KizunaAI, the godmother of VTubers, while she's still around. Now, as I witness the end of yet another story, as I stand before the end of an era like so many other fans before, I look back and ask, is what I feel the same those older fans felt back then? I did not witness the stories of Mirai Akari and Kaguya Luna, but I imagine they must have been special to those who were there, just as I find special the stories I have witnessed. Years ago, I bore witness to the story of the legend of Kiryu Koko. Last year, the story of one of my Oshis, the legendary Minato Aqua, came to an end. Today, I turn to the final chapter of another VTubing legend, the face of a whole era, Gawr Gura. The legends of today, their legacies will carry on, but with the passage of time, so too will they become but a distant memory. VTuber fans of the future will not feel the same about them as those of us that are here right at this moment. In fact, they might not even know who Gawr Gura even is, much as today there are those who bear no knowledge of who was Kiryu Koko. But they will bear witness to the stories of their time, of their eras, a future paved by the legends of today. And when those stories come to an end, they shall feel the same as we do, as was felt in the past as well. That said, legends do not make up the entire VTuber world. Many VTubers have come and went throughout the years. There are countless of other stories happening all at the same time, lesser known, but precious to those who would witness them. They too shall become memories, of which maybe most shall fade out completely in time, too small in scope, therefore burning out like a tiny ember. Even still, there will be those few who will carry their memories until their last breath, of a VTuber who most would not even recognize, but to the few was special all the same. Be it a tragic VTuber from a girl's dorm room, the third sister of ninja triplets, a warlord who left to embark upon greater adventures, an eccentric demon too open about herself, or a totally normal art student. These and many, many more were stories unknown to most, but they too were there at some point. And so time will move on. Enjoy your present moment, remember the good times, and keep those memories within you, for they are most precious treasures. And we shall look back and cry aloud Ah, how I long for those days again! They were truly the golden age. That too is the feeling of saudade, a cycle fated to be repeated with each passing era. And thus, another era comes to an end. What the next shall bring, I know not, but I'm sure it too will have its fair share of wonderful stories to be witnessed and told. Their path paved by those who came before. And to those of you still here listening to my ramblings, please feel free to tell me about any Vtuber whose story you've seen to its conclusion in the comment section. Someone who has retired or graduated, no matter if it's a big or small Vtuber, JP or EN, indie or corpo. I'll eagerly listen to you tell their story so that their memory may be further preserved. Thank you for watching.
皆さん、これが終わりですよね。とっても楽しかったんだけど、楽しいことがね、楽しいこともね、絶対終わるんだけど、ちゃんと楽しめると一番ベストだね。カリオペの意見です。ということで、カリオペモーリーでした。素敵な思い出ありがとう。また会えるといいね。バイバイ。見てくれてありがとう。また会おう。